Thank you, Andrew. We have one more, last but definitely not least. Once we're done with that, I want you guys to stick around just for a minute. I have a couple things to say, and then we'll get up to the refreshments and food for you all. I know you're waiting for that. But I have the pleasure right now of introducing Joe Wind, who is going to introduce Stockpilz.
Thank you, JB. Now, he said I first had to introduce who I am. So I'm Joe Wind. I'm the chief innovator of CEO Plus One, a business development consulting firm. I am also a founder of UpTech. And while I'm doing this real quick, I'd like my co-founders to stand up and take a bow. You met Casey Barrick earlier, and Bill Shire here from Skyward, and Brian Hennigan in the back. These guys spent a year in the basement of one of the university's old buildings that's being renovated right now to create the innovation that's called UpTech. And it was built on, Dr. Kirby, it was built on the idea of informatics, where I'm also, I guess, considered a co-founder because I went to get $35 million, which we built upon that and created a world-class center in that Griffin Center. If you haven't been over there, look at what can be done in technology. You need to get there and look at it. Now, I must tell you, I heard jokes mentioned that were supposed to be funny, so I consulted with my good friend Tom Pruitt of Graydon Head, an attorney. He knows jokes, right, Tom? And Tom said, Joe, I don't have a clue how you're going to keep it to 30 seconds with a name like Wind and making your money talking. And so I don't think, I think I'm already at 30 seconds. What do you think, Tom? Tom does more for this area of startups than people realize. He's behind the scenes. And UpTech, he's been leading the charge in its predecessor, and he's done an amazing job with that. So with that, let me mention to you why I'm here. I want you to know that I have the great pleasure to introduce to you a team that's going to transform the commodities industry and the way we buy and sell in that industry. That team is Stockpilz. Stockpilz is led by its co-founders. I've known them for 10 years. David Barnes. David Barnes is a consummate salesman in the commodities industry. He's broken records in the paper industry in terms of sales, so he gets it done. Then teaming up with him is my good friend Darren Murner. Darren is a leader in the area of operations management, and what's most important is he gets what makes a company successful. It's people. He understands. He's written books on how to create a team that can drive a company to a whole new level. I'm telling you that I know their families, I know their values, I know their character, and I know they're an investment with a return. Darren, tell them all about it.
Thanks, Joe. You can keep that. Thanks. Thanks, Joe, and good evening, everybody. I want to start tonight by talking about a story by a commercial printer named Houston Patterson in Tennessee. Recently, they got an order from Walmart for a large circular print job. They went to their usual supplier in Asia, and while that paper was in transit, Walmart canceled the order. So now they're sitting on $500,000 worth of paper, 20 truckloads. And what would they do with that? The traditional model says that their only option is to go to a waste broker, where at best they're going to get $40,000 on that $500,000 purchase. That's a 92% loss. This is a big issue, and it's not just impacting the paper industry. Stockpilz is a marketplace connecting buyers and sellers from around the world to create some efficiencies in that commodity process. You can see here there are 2 listings that are currently on our website today. But Stockpilz isn't just a marketplace. We've partnered with industry leaders in the freight and financial services industry And we help sellers arrange freight, and we help buyers. We help buyers arrange freight, and we help sellers facilitate the financial transaction. So now, Houston Patterson, instead of going to the waste dealer and getting $40,000 on that $500,000 worth of inventory, they now get $250,000. That's an increase of $210,000. And it makes that buyer from Houston Patterson very happy. So how big is the market size for Stockpilz? Paper industry is a giant global industry. We're focused specifically on the secondary portion of that market, and even more specifically on the excess and surplus portion of that market. But we also have our sights set on a few adjacent industries. These are industries that operate in a very similar manner, have inefficiencies in terms of how they operate, and they have a lot of the same end users with commercial printers and a lot of the same supply source. In total, that market opportunity is $3.6 billion. So how does Stockpilz make money? We make money in a few key ways. The first and primary way is through transaction fees. It's absolutely free to register. It's absolutely free to list an item on the marketplace. We take a 3 to 10% transaction fee on anything that's closed on the marketplace. Additionally, we offer a 10% markup on the freight transaction. We provide listers or sellers the ability to buy premium placement, either on the home page or in specific key category pages. And then lastly, and kind of longer term perspective, a SaaS model where we can take the data that we're collecting both on the supply side, on the pricing side, and we can sell that back through a SaaS model to industry participants. Analysts, mills, commercial printers, brokers, they all want this information. So we've seen tremendous traction so far. In the 3 quarters that we've been in business, we've seen accelerating user growth. That trend has continued through the first month of the first quarter. We've listed over 2,400 products with a total value of over $10 million. Our team, I'm Darren Murner, I'm the CEO. I have over 15 years of corporate experience with firms such as Arthur Andersen, Munich Re. I also have experience building other marketplaces. My wife and I started Babysit Ease 10 years ago. It's a successful business and continuing to thrive. My co-founder is David Barnes. He has tremendous experience on the sales and business development side. He has over 16 years of experience as a paper broker with leading firms such as Roosevelt Paper and Durobag. We're a good complement. We'd be really excited to meet you here this evening. We are pursuing a seed round, and we look forward to talking with you. Thank you.